All right, I am so excited to get to go over just a really quick and simple tool that can help you literally get survive this weekend with all of the barbecues and events that are going to be happening. I don't know about you guys, but I've got something Saturday night, Sunday night. I think Monday I'll get to be home. And then we've got a party on Tuesday for the actual 4th. So it's going to be a lot of eating out. So here is what I want you to think about: a divider plate, just a kid's divider plate. And this is something that you can use any day of the week. And so I get these little divider plates. They're for my kids. They're 50 cents at Target. Lots of different colors, but also at most barbecues that you're going to go to this weekend, you're going to get a plastic or paper divider plate, or even if it's just a normal glass plate, just think about it in these quadrants, okay? So you've got half the plate that is larger and then half the plate that is broken up into 2 pieces, all right? So basically how this can be a weight loss tool is I'm going to show you and tell you how to plate breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And before you even fill your plate, the rule number 1 is to drink 16 ounces of water. So always be carrying around a water bottle. And I really like the ones that have lines that you can see exactly what 16 ounces is. But you always want to be drinking that water before a meal. It's just going to help you feel more full, and it's going to help your mind, body really get ready for the meal and to know like when you're full, right? So before every meal, 16 ounces of water. And you want to have that about 5 to 10 minutes before you actually eat. Then the second rule of thumb is we're going to plate our food, but I want your first bite to always be vegetables. Okay, so you can put what I'm going to show you how to put food on your plate, but the first bite, veggies first. Okay. So how we're going to plate this, let's say it's breakfast. Okay. So at breakfast, you get half a plate of protein and half a plate of fiber-filled carbohydrates. So all carbohydrates are not created equal. We want to be going for carbs that are full of fiber. That just means choosing whole wheat over like white wheat, right? Or, maybe if you are eating fruit, because on this plan, fruit counts as a carbohydrate, guys. So on, fruit, you would want to go for apple or berries over something like mango or kiwi. Actually, kiwi, if you eat the peel, has a lot of fiber in it. So when I think about breakfast, I think about half my plate is protein, half my plate is carbohydrates, but it's nice and divided. So I think about a quarter as fruit, because fruit at breakfast is phenomenal, and a quarter is a carbohydrate. So you could do like eggs, like 2 eggs and a piece of toast, like 70-calorie toast. So get the thin cut toast and some fruit. And then veggies are extra credit. So I don't know if you were like, I am extra credit queen. I was always like front of the class. Other people probably hated me for it, but if you tell me something's worth extra credit, I'm going to do it. So I'm always trying to sneak veggies in at breakfast, whether that be if I'm having eggs, I might have some spinach with it or some peppers, or if I'm doing like a parfait. Okay. So if I'm going to do like a yogurt, right? I could still have yogurt over here, some granola here, some fruit here that then I kind of mix up. But then I would do like a green juice, or I have, Power Greens is what they're called. And I mix that up with some water and some like electrolytes, and I drink that so that I've had veggies at breakfast. Okay. Now let's get to where you're actually going to be eating out. Okay. Probably a lunch or dinner. Okay. So if it's lunchtime, if you are at like a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, noon to 2 o'clock barbecue, and you want to go through that buffet line, right? What I want you to think about is 50% vegetables, 25% carbohydrates, 25% protein. So you would want to see like, how could you fill this up with vegetables? Maybe they have some green beans or some Brussels sprouts. Maybe they have a salad section. Really fill this part up with your veggies. Then let's say they have some mac and cheese. Put some mac and cheese here. And maybe then if you're going to have mac and cheese, you would have hamburger, no bun. But maybe you want hamburger on a bun. That's great. Do it, right? But have your hamburger and have half the bun. An open face sandwich tastes just as good as bread on both sides. What I like to do is bottom bun, then the hamburger, then a tomato slice and a piece of lettuce on top, and you can actually still eat it with your hand. That lettuce acts as a top bun, okay? But really, you can have anything you want. Maybe you decide, I'm going to skip the bun, and for my carb, I'm going to put in peach cobbler or a brownie. Like, you do not have to skip desserts. You just have to use the plate it method. Okay, so now let's say, okay, Lynn's great. I went through the line. I followed the plate it method. I ate. I'm still hungry. Okay, do you want more? Sure, go have more. First things first, drink your water. Drink another 16 ounces of water. Let at least 5 minutes go by. Decide, okay, am I still hungry? Great, go back up. Start with vegetables. You can go grab any vegetables you want. And honestly, this one works for my kids too, because they'll be like, I'm so hungry. And I'm like, awesome, you can have more green beans. And they're like, no, I don't want that. And I'm like, well, then you're not hungry. If you don't want the vegetable first, you're probably not really hungry. You're just craving something that was up there. So start with the vegetable. If you eat the vegetable and you're still hungry, go back for more protein. If you've had the vegetable and the protein and you're still hungry, then you can go back for the carb. Okay. But let's say you're at, a barbecue and you really did just you're like, Lynn's, yeah, I don't need extra vegetables. I wasn't really hungry. I just wanted a brownie. Well, wait some time. All right. Because lunch is 50% veggies, 25% protein, 25% carbohydrate. So are snacks. Okay. So let's say you're at a barbecue from 12 until 3. You go through the line at 12, you have your plate. It was so good. You really enjoyed everything, but you had to choose between a hot dog bun and dessert. And now you're really eyeing that dessert table. Great. Let a few hours go by. Let your body use what you gave it. Drink some more water. And now you may have a snack. Okay. So that snack is the exact same plate as lunch. 50% veggies, 25% carbohydrate, 25% protein. All right. So now go up, and if that brownie was the thing that you have just been thinking about for the last couple hours, start with that. Put the brownie in your carb section. Now, how can you round out your plate for your snack in a way that would fall within the plate it method, right? So maybe it's some cucumbers and carrots that you're going to dip into some guacamole. So cheese, guacamole, nuts, those things are all considered accessories. So they don't necessarily fall anywhere on the plate, but you can always add them as flavor enhancers. Okay. So you would put all your veggies over here, and you could put a dollop of guacamole on there or some ranch dressing and have that as a dip. And then maybe they have deviled eggs. Well, that's a perfect protein. So now you didn't just have meal number 2, but you started with the dessert, the thing that you were just eyeing, and you rounded out the plate with some really good for you snacks that were also options at the party, which will now hold you over until dinner. Let me make a comment though about alcohol. Okay. Alcohol is a carbohydrate. So if you are going to be drinking, you'll want to just be mindful of that this weekend and not, completely overdoing it. So I hate replacing my sacred carbohydrate with a drink. So I honestly will count it as on top of, I just kind of go over, right? Because this weekend is for me not about losing weight. It is about maintaining weight. If it is about losing weight for you, you are going to want to skip the bun or the mac and cheese or the dessert if you are going to be having alcohol. If you are just trying to maintain, add the alcohol in as, a fun thing, but have a drink. Right. And so what I want you to do when you're at your party is have water first. If you see, it's always water first, then have a cocktail, then a mocktail. Okay. So there should always be on repeat: water, cocktail, mocktail, water, cocktail. Okay. That will, instead of you then having 6 drinks while you're there, you'll have water, cocktail, mocktail, water, cocktail, mocktail. You'll still have the same 6 drinks over that 3-hour period, but it's only 2 cocktails. And then watch your sugar intake, because the alcohol is the carbohydrate. If you're also adding mixers to it, then that's an additional carbohydrate. So stick to like a White Claw or a Truly or High Noon. Those are all great low sugar options. Or if you can do like vodka soda water, that is like hands down your best. Or my favorite is ranch water, which is not the canned cocktails, but like a true Texas ranch water is just tequila with soda water and lime juice. It is very low calorie, low sugar, and it's tequila is actually not a grain or corn. It's the agave plant. So that's cocktails for you. Okay. So then dinner. So let's say your barbecue is at night. Okay. So at night, same plate, but now you've got 25% protein and 75% veggies. So if you're going to your cookout at night and it's hamburgers, I would say skip the bun and put it on 2 beefsteak tomatoes, or have hamburger salad. Hamburger salad is so good. Or maybe you want to ensure that if like there's going to be guacamole and chips, that you bring some endive. I don't know if you've ever had endive, but it's a little yellow, it looks like lettuce, but it's kind of bitter like a chip would be, and it has a lot of crunch. And so it's great for dipping. Or maybe bring your own cucumber slices so that you can have, all the dips. Look for protein like deviled eggs, or not at dinner, but at lunch, you could do potato salad. So like, you don't have to be scared of guacamole or ranch dressing or mayonnaise, as long as you are having them in moderation. Okay, so let's go over the plate it method one more time. Breakfast, half protein, half fiber-filled carbohydrates. I said I do a true carb and a fruit. Lunch, 25% protein, 25% fiber-filled carbohydrate, 50% vegetables. Same for your snack, 50% vegetables, 25% protein, 25% fiber-filled carbohydrate. Dinner, 25% protein, and the rest of that plate should be vegetables. All right. This is how I lost 35 pounds. Yes, I worked out every day, but true results come through nutrition. I also track everything that I eat. The program that I do with Body, it comes with this amazing tracker that you can write everything down in, and it's just all about seeing how different foods affect you. Because what you might find through using this Plate It method is that, and I found this, when I eat cabbage, I actually gain weight the next day, even though my plate was fully vegetables, right? So you learn these little things about your body. The other thing that I learned was that, like, I just assumed that I couldn't have dairy because I was having some dietary issues. Well, what I learned through this was it was actually not the dairy that was bothering me. It was some of the vegetables I was eating. And so there are some vegetables that are better than others for me. There's also some dairy that is better than others for me. I can do hard cheeses, but not soft cheeses. I can't do milk, but I can do yogurt, right? So everybody is a little bit different, and doing this Plate It method and then tracking what you're eating really helps you learn that. The other thing I love about this is that it makes it absolutely no prep. Like, it is foolproof. I can go to a restaurant, I can go to a party, I can go to a barbecue, I can go anywhere, and I know how to eat according to my plan without having to prep anything. I just know, is it dinner? then I need protein and veggies. And so when I go out to a restaurant at night, I'm like, and I don't love salad. Every once in a while, I'll like really go for a salad. And so that's great. But I really like to have like sauteed veggies, right? And so like when I go to a restaurant, I'll be like, can I get some broccoli and some green beans and then just a simple grilled fish or grilled chicken or whatever it is, right? And most restaurants, if it's an entree dish that comes with a meat, a starch, and a vegetable, you can just say double vegetables and they will accommodate. And then I can still enjoy all the sauces that come on it, or I don't have to be like, don't use butter, don't do that, right? Like, no, so simple. Down 35 pounds. So if this was helpful for you, I would love to hear some feedback. If you have never heard of this Plate It method and you are interested in learning more, I obviously went over the high level version of it today, but there is more we could learn. I also have food lists. I have sample menus. I have lots of amazing recipes for how to make vegetables taste more amazing. I would love to tell you more. So please reach out to me and let's talk about you and what you need and what your journey is or has been. And let's see how far we could take it. All right. Thanks for joining. I'll talk to you guys later.